Avon Medical practice has, well, come a long way, as they say. So when we first started, it was, funny enough, believe it or not, it was a little staff clinic. And just in the premises of, one of our companies. And then we decided to come into it to see what we could do. What we now did was we moved into a location in Surulere where it was just a day facility. And gradually it became an admitting facility where it was just, it was non-surgical. You just had the clinics, you had patients who needed admission, and then they were admitted. And gradually we realized we needed to have operating facilities because, not all cases are, cases that don't require surgery of any sort. I would basically say we have all the specialties. We've got our surgeons, we've got our obstetricians, our gynecologists, pediatricians, and all other subspecialties you can think of under one roof. So we're really proud, as well as a fully functional laboratory with all laboratory services you can think of, and of course pharmacy. You can't have a hospital without a pharmacy. So we do have a full hospital in Lagos with full specialty services, but we're also in other areas in Nigeria. We've got staff clinics in Abuja, we've got in Ughelli. We also have a few other staff clinics within Lagos itself, apart from the hospital I mentioned. We also have a hospital located in Afam area in Rivers State. We have an affiliation with health insurance. So we have our Avon Healthcare who we're affiliated to, because we know that that's one sure way to get healthcare to people. And so we continue to do what we can, and we know that it will continue to get better.
The vision of Hares Holdings includes transforming lives generally, and part of this means that we must have healthy workforce, healthy people around in the environment, and so that's part of why we have Avon Medical practice. We want to have a place, a healthy environment where the medical professionals, from medical doctors, lab scientists, and so on, will practice and be happy with the outcome of what they do, and they'll be happy to come to work.
Avon Medical practice offers several categories of services, which include clinical and specialist care, diagnostics and laboratory services, health education and preventive care, specialized and critical care, which include the dialysis and renal care, emergency and ambulance services, neonatal intensive care. And as member of the Hares Holdings Group, Avon Medical operates under the philosophy of Afri-capitalism, which emphasizes long-term investment in healthcare to create jobs, generate local wealth, and possibly impact African society.
Avon Dialysis Center has been operational since 2018. I assumed this role 2 years ago, and since my assumption, I have noticed a lot of growth and expansion. At Avon Dialysis Center, we have 8 dialysis beds. So aside patients that require renal care, patients on dialysis, we also attend to all types of patients with any health challenge, including patients that have cardiac issues. If you want to see a cardiologist, you can always come over. General outpatient department runs, so people that have as little as hypertension can walk in and get treated. We also have a laboratory that you can walk in and just get tested. We also have an in-house pharmacy, so when you're done seeing your doctor, you can just come over, pick up your drugs, and you're good to go.
We have reduced healthcare inequality, for instance, in our Afam location, where we provide services to the people in the rural Afam community. Innovation in healthcare, where we, through the use of technology, EMR, telemedicine, the use of our patient portal, and the wait time tracking, we've been able to improve patient experience. Over the last couple of years, we've had a total of 64,000 registrations. We've served 148,000 plus patients. We've done 12,900 dialysis sessions. Dialysis utilization is between 60 to 70% year to date. We've done over 2,000 surgeries, over 1,800 deliveries, 18,000 plus immunization. And since the installation of a CT scan in the last 6 months, we've done close to 300 CT scans across. Bed occupancies over 70% across our different locations.
There are several significant achievements we've recorded in the hospital, such as
We delivered a set of triplets, early preterm triplets, and they were nursed in the neonatal intensive care unit, and they were successfully managed and discharged home. We've had several surgeries, including major surgeries and intermediate surgeries. These surgeries were done without complications, such as hip replacement, mammectomies, arthroscopies, and the likes. Lastly, because we are big on early detection and prevention, we were able to detect a cancerous growth in a patient. Through follow-up and effective management, today the patient is cancer-free.
The philosophy of care at Avon Medical Service is based on our core values. We want to ensure that we put forward affordable and quality healthcare. At the point of bringing staff on board, we instilled our values into them. The essence of execution on their role, the essence of enterprise taking ownership of the system, and also ensure that whatever they do actually speaks excellence.
During the annual Nurses Week, we reached out to the police community in Surulere, where we did the wellness checks on them, did vital signs, blood sugar tests, blood samples for checking their vitals. Recently, we reached out to the community in Ikeja at the Ikeja City Mall, where we gave free consultation on kidney health. We did the vitals, and we did the drive for blood donation.
In our local area in Surulere, we'd go out as well. We have different outreaches, not just for immunization, but also for other areas. And in relation to the immunization we do at Avon Medical, I'm actually the champion for Gavi in Africa, and this is to do with immunization. When we have the relevant World Days, we carry out outreach, we carry out enlightenment programs, and we go sometimes to schools, sometimes to places of work. We continue to do these things because we know it's key to take the word out to people, to let people know, to let people understand. As Avon Medical, we've actually organized some walks and some runs. We had a very exciting one in partnership with Avon HMO just a couple of years ago called the Color Run, just to encourage people to imbibe healthier ways of living, to imbibe walking, to imbibe fitness. Personally, I do a bit more than walking, as you know. I do marathons, but then I don't expect everybody to do a marathon. And so I remember just before my last marathon, I put it out there that people should join me and just do 6,000 steps a day. Some people will do 2,000, some 3,000, some do as much as 10,000. But the important thing is get up and move.
What I love most is the joy of putting smiles on patient faces and the ability to provide a lasting solution to all the health issues that they present with. That's actually giving me joy about my job.
Okay, so I love the fact that we afford care to renal and non-renal patients in the best ambience, and we get so much good feedback from patients, excellent feedbacks from surveys and from Google ratings, and just seeing that our patients love what we do here gives me so much job satisfaction.
Honestly, Avon Medical Practice, what I'm most proud of is how far we've come. It's been an interesting journey. Anybody who's into healthcare will tell you that it's a difficult one. It's a much needed area. It's rewarding. We have people from all specialties. We have people from, I would say, all walks of life, because we have so many specialists at the hospital. We've had to have people from different walks of life. And it's not just the doctors, it's not just the nurses. It's the support staff, it's the finance people, it's the cleaners, it's the everyone coming together to make sure that it works. And there's nothing quite like seeing, treating someone and seeing someone recover. There's nothing quite like people coming to you and needing your help, needing that healthcare service, so to speak, needing to be well, and then you do what you can. Without healthcare, we can't actually transform Africa. I would love a situation where Avon Medical is in enough locations, as many locations as possible, to be able to provide accessible, world-class healthcare, which is what we believe in, which is what we are trying to do at Avon Medical, and through this, to transform lives and improve Africa. At Avon Medical, we take health seriously, and your health is our priority.